So everyone seems to be going crazy for flying fish with a love potion lately. Now, this was actually something that was on my to-do list as soon as they made the changes to love potion, but I've ended up being late to the party again. Nothing new there. So this combo, if you haven't seen it already, works off the fact that love potion summons a copy of a unit, but it's always going to be level 1. Now on the test server originally, the love potion copied the unit at the same level, but I guess they realized that that was way too strong. Well, you can basically get the same effect by using flying fish. So here we're picking this up on turn 7, and I get the Stoat from the Griffin, which is the absolute jackpot. We instantly get level 3 Sea Lion. And we're going to need a few different things for this to work. We get the flying fish level up into the Panther. So what I wanted to go for was Panther with love potion plus Seagull with tomato. Now there's a few different things we could put on the Seagull, but with those 3 pets, that means we're going to have to run a 3 squad. And getting the Sea Lion here is a big bonus because it means we can stat up and therefore have a decent chance of our 3 squad actually being able to get a win. As strong as flying fish can be, it's only going to be strong with certain units. There are a lot of combos that you can do with it that are just absolutely terrible. And this one is probably among them. When it works, it's really spectacular, but there are so many ways for it just to get completely wrecked. Now, Love Potion does go off before start of battle, which means that you're guaranteed to get the copied Panthers. You can see what happens here. We get a 7/7 because we have a level 2 flying fish. But that is 100% guaranteed. You know for sure you're going to get your copied Panthers. However, you don't know for sure that your Seagull is going to keep its tomato or whichever other perk you're going to use. And you also don't know that those very small summoned Panthers are actually going to survive to use the perks that they've been given. And I've played quite a lot of attempts at this, and it is very frustrating when you finally get the combo going, only for your summoned Panthers to just get deleted, or all of the perks and the whole team to be covered by ailments. And I'm sure we're going to see that sooner or later. In this particular run, I actually end up taking the Love Potion quite early. A lot of times I was waiting until the very end to actually bring it in because it is kind of awkward. Maybe here I should be playing the Flying Fish at the front so that the weak Panther isn't there to, give triggers to, for instance, I think it was a Rhino in that previous battle. But here we're rolling down looking for the Seagull, and we also have another treasure chest about to break on turn. Is it going to be 11 or 12? It's going to be 11. So we're going to instantly get a level 3 tier 6, albeit a 1/1. We are going to win here though, just the strength of the early scaling from the Sea Lion. And what are we going to get? It's another Stoat. I'm not sure I've ever had a game where I've had double Stoat from 2 Griffins, 2 level 1 Griffins that have produced level 3 Sea Lion and level 3 Cat, which, at the time you realize that this could be the run. This is the RNG that I need to get something unusual to actually work. Now, we take the popcorn on the manatee because I'm going to keep the Sea Lion and the Cat for now. We're not going to get the Love Potion summon. So we'll just put popcorn on the manatee, and that gives the flying fish something to do in the meantime. And then I'm freezing the lasagna, probably because I want to just put it onto the Seagull as soon as I get it. Now, this team actually had a cricket at the front there. You don't see that very often in customs. We get a level 3 manatee from the popcorn, and it's a win. So I think here I actually spend this whole turn rolling down looking for a Seagull instead of buying the food. And I have frozen the tomato very early here because many runs were tanked where I got to the end with the setup and I couldn't find tomato no matter how many times I rolled. So here we decide to compromise and spend 7 gold rolling, and then eventually buy the lasagna so that we don't do nothing for that particular turn. It feels extremely bad having level 3 cat and not buying any food at all. But in most of my runs, this kind of a leech camel team would have been a big problem, but with the double level 3 scaler, it's absolutely no problem at all. And we're just going to resume rolling for the seagull. I guess I could take cornucopia here and just freeze whatever we get. Chicken leg. Still looking for that seagull. Of course, once we find the seagull, we can just sell the sea lion like we do there. And I think I'm going to wait because the Panther summons don't matter until we have tomato equipped on the seagull. Pretty nasty looking team here, actually. Yeah, we're going to lose to this. Turn 13, you know, it's funny when you get these high rolls and you feel quite secure. And then you run into that. That was triple stego, including a level 2 on turn 13. So back into the shop, and we're going to see one of the worst misplays I've made in recent memory, I think, here. And it's all part of the muscle memory. We end up seeing double zebra, and I freeze them automatically. No point in doing that at all. I have level 3 cat, so one purchase of any food is going to be better than 2 zebra buy cells. And yet, I do it anyway. They both hit units that have 50 health, and the tomato trigger gets wasted, so we don't even get to see the combo in the next battle. I was really angry with myself after that moment. But thankfully here, we face this team that looks like they're going for Flame's recent video with the sauropod stacking. I'll link that in the description. And we end up winning anyway. So extremely fortunate there, but we could have just kept the cat and then just bought one food this turn, and it all would have been well. I guess maybe you could argue that I didn't want to spend gold on anything other than looking for the level up on the seagull in this next turn. But yeah, we don't find it. But we will get to see the summon Panther get the tomato. And there you go, it instant kills the unit at the back and does some extra damage to the worm. And I think we've got the stats, because of the level 3 cat, to get another win. You can actually see, you know, how this combo would struggle so badly if I didn't hit those 2 level 3 scalers from the stoats. But fortunately here we get the level up on the seagull, so now both Panthers should get the tomato guaranteed. And we face this. This is actually a clone of one of the teams that you used to see all the time with Great One. And actually, honestly, it doesn't seem like it's any different. This is just one of those sort of checkmate teams where if you don't have start of battle snipes, you just automatically lose. Or maybe you could tie. You know, if you had a full team of huge units, we don't quite have that despite the high roll. Yeah, I hadn't seen one of those for a while, so I was pretty disappointed to get that bad luck in this particular run. Next battle, huge team. It looks like they're going for scamming the achievement with Albatross there. And look at the damage that the Panthers do. Fortunately here, this cat doesn't have high enough attack, and we win. So now that puts us on 9. And I really would like to see like a summon opponent at the end so we can see this combo really shine. We're just going to end up topping off the health on the seagull. And what's it going to be? It is 5 dolphins with pineapple. So the Panthers get deleted, including the original Panther. And actually the Mana Snipe hit the dolphin with the highest health. Now if I hadn't purchased the celery in the previous turn, the seagull would have taken all the hits there. And I think we actually could have won with the same Mana Snipe. But it's so funny to actually face not just a 5 of a kind, but it was a 5 of a kind with 5 of the same perks. So yeah, you can't be too mad about that, especially when that was a massive high roll with the double stoat cell. So here are some extra rounds. This one I actually didn't find the tomato, so I just took steak from cornucopia instead. And it works out perfectly because they had 2 huge units at the front that the Panther steak combo demolishes. And then here is a summon team. They do have flying fish as well. A lot of people running it, although they don't have any love potion here. So the sheer amount of damage from the Panther plus tomato just ends up deleting everything, other than the slug that comes out of the whale. Then the next bunch of clips I think are all from the same game. This is one of the other games that got very, very close. And look at the damage. I guess it's, what is it? It's 4 8s. Because I think actually Tomato is about to be buffed to do 10 damage. So maybe I should have waited on this particular run until the update comes out. But a nice sequence of opponents. The summon squads just get deleted. I think you're even a level 2 eagle. It doesn't really matter what comes out of it. We're still going to win. And then next round. Now this one is a level up team with pretty heavy scaling. Not quite as strong as it used to be because of the team spirit nerf. But yeah, the Panther doesn't quite kill the team spirit at the back. The Seagull snipe does. However, you can tell that we ran out of scaling on the flying fish, and so we're 6 health short of a draw. And then this one is really funny. Occasionally you will face someone else doing the same thing, and they're going for the 2 squad with Hydra plus flying fish. A lot of people doing these combos where you have a flying fish summon another flying fish. But then this is the absolute creme de la creme. We end up facing this level 3 Salmon of Knowledge, which ends up leveling up the Panthers to level 3 because we only had a level 1 flying fish. And we get the win in that particular game. So extremely funny combo when it works, but pretty inconsistent.